Let's talk about Lindsey Williams first. He knows an all man. This is the second one. The first guy, I think, gave him information that's a little bit better than the second guy. I don't know if the all men meet in a room and discuss what the future is going to bring, or whether they just have a feeling of that because they work with our newspapers. So for so many years, getting short blurbs from their friends over the radio or newspaper a week late, and on and out about it, we'd be able to read it. But anyway, the first guy told him that oil was going to go down in price when it was going up, and he went on the radio and on the computer, I guess, radio, told people what he had heard, and they thought he was crazy. And of course it come to pass. Now in some ways you can know this out of the newspaper, because the oil, you're reading about oil in Russia, you know that they were making successes in Russia in drilling and bringing a lot more oil onto the scene. You were known that it had to go down in price. But these newspaper reporters, they don't know that. They're not reading that. They just listen to what the politicians tell them. And so they repeat, just mimic them. So they have some other reasons they could know. It could be they're listening or not. But anyway, after that he said some other stuff, and it come to pass as well. Along the way he gave us the order of the countries that the would be taken over. The government would change in them, so the rich man could run. And Egypt and a couple of other governments fell down right away, and but Syria didn't. Syria was on that list, and Syria hasn't fallen yet. About a year ago, we were going to knock Syria down because they had chemical weapons. And Russia come in and stepped in, and chemical weapons were disarmed, and nothing happened. So now ISIS is in Syria. And we got to knock Syria down because ISIS is there. Well, we bombed ISIS facilities on the first day or second day, and then we started bombing all facilities. You think Obama would be happy if a foreign nation come into the United States and bomb oil facilities in the U.S., around Dallas or something? They're not bombing oil facilities for ISIS. Those facilities aren't run by ISIS. They're run by civilians somewhere, oil field people. But that's what we're trying to knock out. We're trying to knock Assad out for the rich man. Now, Lindsey has been wrong on several things. And I mean, you remember, this is not God he's talking to. These are people that are sort of involved on the edge, know what's happening, or maybe can read between the lines on our newspapers, things that our reporters don't want to tell you, or because most of them are socialists, communists. They don't believe. It's hard to say. But he says, put your money in silver. I believe he's right. Silver will always be money. It's money before the paper dollar become money. It takes a lot more value to produce it than a paper dollar takes to print. Silver has value. Well, it used to have value in photography. Now it's in electronics. It's a very good conductor of electricity, and some used in cell phones and other things. Probably this camera I'm talking to. Keeping it up in value. Gold was also valuable. And the other metals, nickels are valuable. Oh, by the way, nickels cost over 5 cents to produce. The nickel in a nickel is worth more than a nickel, or just a little less, a little more. So if you can't save gold and silver, go ahead and save some nickels. If you can save enough of them, it might get you through a hard spell. These paper currencies, starting with the Continental in this country, do fail. Looked into it, about 40 years is when they failed, but the dollar's been in existence almost 50 years, 49 years. I think what's going on now, they expect it to fail. And they're waiting for it. That's why they bought all those rounds of ammunition. They want to shoot you. Have a good one. Put some money aside. Put it in your walls. Put it in your attic. Put it under your mattress. Even if in dollar bills, put some outside out of the bank. Let me tell you what happened in the Depression. In the Depression, they closed the banks. When they reopened them a week later, you couldn't withdraw your money like you wanted to. And the banks were forced to foreclose on any loans they had out, so places worth millions of dollars went up for sale on auction, and they accepted what they could get for them. And the only people that had money had it underneath their mattress. They didn't have it in the bank. They had it in their possession. They're the only ones that could buy these plantations down here and other facilities that went up for sale, because no one could make their notes. I know of several plantations that went up for sale about $10,000 and worth millions of dollars when I was just a teenager. And I was born at 40. So that's about 55 or 6 to 60 in there. That's only 20 years later. And the Depression didn't really occur till 34. That's when Roosevelt closed the banks. So it's 34 to 40, that's 6 years, so about 20 years before I was born. What has happened before will happen again. History does repeat itself, just never quite in the same way it did the first time. Thank you for your time. I hope you're the best. I hope this goes on, happens after I die, but it might not. Have a good one.